And I'll never forget, my first field training officer told me, he said, don't listen to everything I tell you or teach you out here. He said, all I want you to do is take a little bit from me, a little bit from your next field training officer, a little bit from your next field training officer, and put them together and make yourself your own officer. Well, I see that as becoming a Christian. The examples that I try to follow through Christianity, and the examples I hope we can set for our children in our church. Amen. Because they are the future of Pine Level Baptist Church. Whether they're still in the womb, whether they're 8, 17, 16, or 45. Now, if you'll turn with me to Deuteronomy, chapter 5. Deuteronomy. Am I closer that way? Deuteronomy. Okay. Chapter 5. Chapter 6. Chapter 6. That's my mistake. Verse 5 through 7. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart. And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. Now I got to tell you, my daughter's 22 years old. She went to Pensacola Christian Academy ever since she was in pre-K, and she graduated high school from there. She went to church, or she goes to church, a Free Will Baptist church. I don't hold that against her. Teaches a youth group, teaches Sunday school. Wonderful child. And she's fighting her own battle right now that I can't help her. I tried. But unfortunately, my father has to know when to step back. She's 22 years old. And we all have to learn from our mistakes. I learned from mine. I'm sure y'all learned from y'all. But my point being is these kids nowadays not only listen to Brother Patrick when he stands up here and preaches, or Brother Martin, but they listen to what goes on all throughout this church. Amen. In the hallways, in the back rooms, in the fellowship hall. And they're smart. Amen. And they hear things that Christians maybe shouldn't be saying at the time. And that influences mom and dad. Some of the words that I can't stand to hear is do as I say, not as I do. Because if a mother or a father tries to teach a child to be a Christian, the mother or the father should act like a Christian. Amen. And lead by example. Amen. We stand up here for an hour, maybe. If you don't go to Sunday school, if you go to Sunday school, 2 hours on Sunday. And Patrick has said this before. 1 hour on Sunday night, 1 hour on Wednesday night. And I got to tell you, I get more out of Wednesday night service than I do out of Sunday, because I can ask questions, and I can learn, and I can hear other people ask questions. But you got to figure 4 hours a week compared to a 40-hour work week is nothing when it comes to the Lord. And the Bible tells us, all, like I said, all through the Bible, about children, youth. I told you I had about 15 or 20 places marked in my Bible. You can ask Patrick. I had paper sticking out of this thing from everywhere. But I couldn't do that. I'm not that good. I don't know. I needed some leadership from Patrick, and he gave me some. But the best thing you can do is pray for your children. I don't care if they're 2, 12, 22, or 52. Amen. If you got kids, you pray for them. Amen. And I'm telling you, the Lord will answer your prayers. He's answered mine many times over. Now, the last thing I'm going to read from is 2 Chronicles, chapter 7. How am I doing on time, brother? You should get it right. Thank you. And this is part of the thing I learned from the Southern Baptist, Center Rosa Baptist Association meeting the other night. This is where it comes from, and I read it. And I wanted to read it to y'all before I turn the service back over to Brother Patrick for the altar call. And I'll be honest with you. Sometimes I look during an altar call and I don't see anybody come up. I come up sometimes, I don't come up every time. But most of the time I come up, I'm praying for other people, I'm not praying for myself. I pray for the church, I pray for my family, I pray for Patrick, I pray for people that are sick. But today I'm asking you, bring your children to the altar. Teach them to pray. It's never too young. If they don't know how to pray, pray for them. Let them hear you pray. Hold their hand before it's too late, because I'm telling you, they grow up fast. And if you don't think you've been the example that you should have been as a Christian to other Christians, I ask you to come up and kneel at the altar and pray for forgiveness and direction and change, where you will be an example to these kids and other Christians. 2 Chronicles chapter 7, verse 14. If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land. I hope y'all got something out of this today. I certainly did. I enjoyed it. Certainly better than getting up here and shaving my legs. Brother Patrick? God bless you.